Omar here from Works Realty. My guy, what's going on, man?
Oh man, just waking up.
Hey, it's early.
Had to get some coffee. Driving all the way to Everett took me about an hour.
Where are you coming from?
Kent.
To Everett just to see me on a Thursday morning.
Hey, I'm ready to work. I'm ready to put in some work, and that's why I drove up here. So,
man, today was perfect too. The vibe out there, man. The sun's coming out. Just energy starts flowing.
Loving it. Seeing the sun, it just makes me want to drive faster, and just making sure there's no cops behind me. Right?
Absolutely, brother. Yeah. Absolutely. Hey, tell me about you, man. How long you been in real estate? What have you been doing? Who are you?
Man, been in real estate for 8 years. I was doing it part-time, but most of my career I was in healthcare. So I worked for like Providence, Swedish, Evergreen Health, worked in the billing department. I was a revenue cycle manager, had many hats. I was a lead, supervisor, had staff up to 50. So just working in the back office, but also had like staff of like just 50 to 100 people.
Absolutely.
And finally just kind of came down to it where I'm like working that, and then working part-time real estate was just really killing me. Like
real estate's full time, baby. It is full time.
It is. And so I came to a point last year where I'm like, okay, I need to choose either one or the other. Telling my wife like, hey, I think I'm gonna quit my job and then go full-time real estate.
Did she go big eyes, or is she like, no, that's the game plan?
Man, she went big eyes, but then she knew that I was unhappy where I was at. She knew that, I was stressed coming home and then showing houses from like 7 to 10 and then just coming home, not even eating dinner, just slouched on the couch, ready to just go
staring
to
at the floor.
Yeah, and I did that for so many years, right? And she's just like, you are just unhappy right now. What are you going to do? And then finally, I almost just knocked down that table.
Hey, it's all good, man. We keep it crazy in here. If you're not having a little bit of fun, it's all right.
Yeah, for sure. So like, last year, I had this just thing where she was pregnant. My daughter just came. My daughter's 1 now, but like when she gave birth, I was on paternity leave. I was deciding like, okay, should I go back to like 8 to 5, or should I just grind it out and just hustle in real estate?
Work 24/7, but never work at the same time.
Exactly.
I can pick and choose.
Exactly. So I asked my wife. I was like, listen, I'm just kind of tired of the 8 to 5. I'm gonna make that jump. Big-eyed, she was like, what are we going to do? You're going to start all over? Because I make pretty good money, right?
Yeah,
like
100%.
Just like
it's guaranteed, it's comfortable, it's easy.
Exactly. And the commission checks were just part-time, and they were just bonus. So we were able to like do a lot of stuff, and now I'm just kind of grinding it out again, starting from square one, connecting, networking, do what I can, and just being able to spend time with my family. That's the biggest thing is, yes, I go to work, and when I was doing that 8 to 5 doing part-time, I barely saw anyone. I just came home, knocked out, and did the same thing over and over.
Don't get to see the kid, don't get to see the wife. You're not doing anything other than just working and staring. That's it.
Exactly. And then finally, I just said, you know what? I'm just going to make that jump. And now I'm just, even though I'm not at a point where I want to be as far as like making money, and it's not about making money, it's just being comfortable and not worrying about stuff, I'm actually mentally just feeling cool.
No, and that's crazy. Mental health, people don't talk about it enough. In America, we are absolutely terrible when it comes to mental health. We don't talk about it. We don't do anything about it. And when you realize that you're grinding 24/7, all you're doing is working, and you get to have that breather and actually look at your life, you realize, damn, I was in a funk. I didn't even know it.
Bro, like, with the whole COVID thing and just being at home and just not doing really anything, it just really hit me. And then it also just made me feel like, you know what? I love being at home. I love being with the fam. This is what I need more of.
It's a wild realization, man.
It's crazy. And then everyone's like, oh, you're going to start us from square one. You're going to do this. And I'm not even listening to any of that noise.
I can't listen to it, man. There's noise everywhere. There's negativity left, up, right, down. Exactly. The world needs light and positivity.
Exactly. And, the only noise that I'm listening to is the family within, right? So that's, listen to my wife. She's like, yeah, go ahead. Let's start all over. I know you're starting from square one. So
that support is huge though.
Yeah. And I'm just grinding. That's it. I mean, really just putting my head down and just starting from square one and just really trying to like not worry about anybody else
100%.
but myself and family. So that's me. Most of my, they teach you, like my parents came here from the Philippines back, in the 70s. And then they teach us like, yo, you got to go to school, work to work, and
work to work. And then you die one day.
Exactly. So it's like, trying to enjoy that. Like let me tell you right now, like even right now, just kind of grinding out in real estate. Like I have time to like be with my family. I have time to hang out with them. I have time to go take my kids to their games, watch their games. That's the most important. Like that's what feeds me. That's what just keeps me going, right? Like
100%.
Knowing that I can be there, like seeing my daughter on the basketball court, right? Looking back up at me saying like, oh, you made it.
Yeah, 100%.
Instead of like missing, like back then where I couldn't even get to my son's football games, where he's like, hey, are you coming? And I'm like, oh man, I can't go because I got to be stuck at work, right?
Correct.
And so like that type of grind versus like we're actually grinding for your money and just for your family, but still have that flexibility to actually go do something.
100%.
That means a lot more to me than just trying to. I can make all the money in the world, but if I can't enjoy
money
it,
don't make you happy.
No, it does not. It does not. So
I mean, I've been broke. I've had money, and I'll tell you, neither of those had anything to do. Everything I had to do was the support from my wife, my kids, being able there. I coached my kids' first basketball season this year.
Heck yeah.
And it was awesome, bro. Like I worked in the car industries. I worked sales for a Roto-Rooter painting company. Like I'm busy, but I'm never busy. Like, I'm just on my phone 24/7 right here. I got 3 calls I got to make. I'm like, hey, let's go, baby. We got stuff to do, but that's cool. I can go home, take my kid to school every morning, pick him up when I get done, and I can still figure everything else out. I don't have to trade family time for work, but I also say, hey, if I got a quick call, they're like, oh, no, that's cool. Take that. Like, we know you'll be back in 5, 10, 15 minutes.
Exactly. That's why when I hit you up, I was like, yeah, I'm here early, but I'll finish up some calls real 100%. Quick before I come up here. I'm also busy as well, right? I'm always on my phone, but when I get home, I try to like put that shit away.
100%, bro. Yeah. No, let me ask you this. So you were part-time. How many transactions have you done in your career, give or take? I mean, I know it's a rough range.
Like 45.
Okay.
45 to 50, just kind of give or take.
So you've done about $35 million in real estate transactions, give or take? Okay, that's a big number.
Well, part-time. So 100%. It's, nothing crazy. Not compared to like all the full-time realtors. And I'm trying to get to that point, right? Trying to get to that point where I'm averaging like 20 or 30 transactions a year 100%. Instead of like 5 to 7, depending on the volume amount.
And that's pretty average, though. I mean, right now, not only is the market tough, we have so much more competition because everybody thinks they can just hop in real estate and kill it because they've heard all the media hype. There's so much money. There's so much freedom. It sounds like the perfect combination. Yeah. And then they do one transaction their first year, and they're like, I only made $12,000 this year. What do I do? Oh wait, no, I gave half of that to my office for commissions, and wait, I really only made $4,000. Oh no, minus gas. Oh wait, I didn't make any money last year.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like you can't really like. I remember making my first deal. I was like, "Ooh, this is great." Then you got to pay Uncle Sam. Yep. You got to pay the brokerage. Yep. Then you got bills, and then you're like, "Dang,
I didn't make nothing.
This is crazy," So then now it's like, all right, what's up with the next one and the next one and the next one? You want to just keep that rolling in and just keep the
pipeline full, man.
Yeah, pipeline full.
The more people you're talking to, the more people you're helping, the more people you're educating. That's why I do this right here. Yeah. People get to know us. Yeah. And not everyone's going to mess with it. It's cool. If you don't like me, all right, man. You don't like the way I look, the way I smell, that's okay. Yeah. I mean, someone else is going to vibe with me. Let's go, baby. It's all good.
Exactly. And that's how I am. Like, I want to network with anybody, everybody, and somebody that's not within the network that I even know yet.
100%.
Right? Like that's for me. It's like we can connect, and then maybe I can help you, maybe I cannot. But I mean, I can direct you where you need to go.
Exactly, man. Right? That's been my motto for like my life. Yeah. It's like, hey, come to me and I'll help you figure it out. Like my whole life has always been, let me find a solution to the problem. I don't even have to know anything about it. I ended up actually a realtor of mine met her husband. And he has a huge patent that has been infringed on by lots and lots of Fortune 500 companies. Wow. And he's had this for years. And he's like, bro, what do I do? And I'm like, I don't know. Let me just start calling lawyers. Let me just start calling investors. Yeah. Let's figure this out. Yeah. And next thing I know, I'm knee deep in this project and I love it. Yeah. And that was just conversation at the bar. And that's the type of stuff I enjoy. That has nothing to do with mortgages. Yeah. That's just like, hey, bro, I want to help because I love finding solutions to problems.
Hey, that's the same thing with me. Like, I'm not going to meet someone and be like, yo, are you trying to buy a house? No. let's connect on another level.
Correct.
Right? That's how, you want to build that rapport, that relationship first and see what can I do? Sometimes It's not even about real estate. It's like, I
know everybody wants real estate. We don't got to talk about that.
Right. Yeah. And it's like, it's like definitely, I'm not trying to be that type of person where I'm going to sell. Yeah. Yeah, eventually that's
part of the reality.
Right. But let's connect. Let's talk about how can I help you in any way? You want to get a dope barber? Let me go find you
100%,
one. Right.
Bro.
I
can't cheat on my barber. I don't need no referrals, man. I love my guy.
Hey, I'm sweet with the clippers. So,
okay.
But yeah, that was my past life. I wanted to be a barber a long time ago. But one of these days, I want to open up a barber shop and just have some sort of community where you can go. Every guy needs to be groomed and feel good every Thursday or Friday.
Absolutely, man.
Right?
Absolutely. I'm getting a little bad right now, but we'll figure it out.
Yeah, wifey, she's like, you're on TV and doing a podcast? You're not even cutting your hair? Because I cut my own hair. I was like, nah, I think I'm just gonna roll like this. You know? So this is just me. So,
but community, bro, that's what it's really all about. Like when you're younger and you haven't experienced and matured yet, it has to come down to I want money. I'm going to work for a paycheck. I'm doing that, and you realize that's not a real purpose. That's not a real why for what you do. Like right now, my biggest vision right now, I want to get down here in Mukilteo, Everett, drop one down in Tacoma. I want to create a huge food cart where you got 20, 30 food carts, a huge warehouse where you got bars, picnic tables where you can get people together for group events or a huge donation center on a couple days a week. Hey, feed people. Make it a community center where everybody wants to be, where you can eat, you can drink, you can relax, you can hang out with people, man. That became now I need money so I can fund that. That's what it became. And that to me drove me way harder to start making more things happen.
Hey man, talk about piggybacking off community. So for me, that's the biggest thing. In real estate, I want to build community. It's not about just selling stuff, right? Let's reach your goals. Let's put you in a home. Let's build community. And that's why, where I'm at today, my brokerage is all about community. It's all about that culture. It's all about just, that family, that service of just feeling it's not about just selling, right? It's about
we're not looking at reports all day, looking at numbers. Nah. Just who did you help? What did you do this week?
It's nothing like that. And it's I can sit, I worked at other brokerages where I can be in a suit all day and you're not going to work with me, 100%. Right? You can decide you can work with someone else. It's all about just me and you.
Correct.
How can we help each other? And how can we get through this in a smooth transaction, smooth process?
Absolutely.
And I'm all about that. I'm all about, and if we can't connect, cool.
It's all right. No hard feelings.
Yeah, but I'm all about the vibes. If we vibe right away, when you called me, I was like, oh man, this guy's cool.
It'll be all right.
Let's talk, let's chat, let's meet, let's connect. And
absolutely.
That's how you build on that, right?
100%.
So, but yeah, I'm all about community. I'm all about all that. That's what I'm talking about. So.
And it just proves it how people want to connect. With all the social media, your Instagram, your Facebook, your Snapchat, your LinkedIn. There's a million ways where you're connecting with people.
Yeah.
You don't know half those people. You see the highlights of their life, right? They're only showing you the excitement.
Oh,
it's just like the casino, right? Everyone wants to talk about their winnings, don't talk about their losses.
Yeah.
But I want to know about your losses and how we can never do that again. That's how you actually connect with people.
That's exactly what it is. You go to my Instagram, not all that stuff I don't show all it. Man, I have bad days. I'll be, with clients and I'm feeling man, I'm tired. Man, I'm stressed because of life.
Yeah, it happens.
But you know what? I'm going to, push it out and stay positive. But it's not all glitz and glamour. It's
not, man.
It's about grinding, hustling and being who you are and all that stuff. So it's yeah, definitely my Facebook media, Instagram media, all that stuff. It doesn't show all the stuff but it's it's part of life.
And it's crazy. It's I tell people all the time. I've lived a long life in a short period of time, man. I've been a 350 Beacon with $300,000 worth of debt. I've bought and sold and failed businesses. I've done a lot of things where when I talk to someone, it's authentic because I'm telling people hey, you're in a bad situation. Yeah. I've actually been there and I can tell you the next steps to get out of it. it's so easy to ruin credit and it takes forever to rebuild it. But there are quick steps. There's ways to make that easier.
Yeah.
I've owned multiple rentals. I've sold multiple homes. I mean, been to church, don't go to church. Like everything I've been associated with. Yeah. And so like, it's easy to talk to people because I'm like, hey, I've been there. Like I can authentically say that I was a drug addict for a couple of years, got out of that, sold drugs, quit doing that. Like, dude, there's nothing I haven't done for the most part.
Same thing with me. You know, been in the depths of just bankruptcy and just tons of debt and got out of debt and been involved with like drugs and bad stuff and all that crap, you know, and then feeling like, okay, well, I need to move forward. What can I do? So I've been there, felt that, and then got out of that. Right?
100%.
And then move forward. And so like, even to this day, there are things that I'm like, man, what can I do better? How can I get out of this rut? Right. And it's like, not every day is like, oh, I'm feeling great. This is great. This is, you know, nah.
I wish I woke up every day like that, but that's not a reality, bro.
Yeah, me too. It's like today, it's like, you know, I have a bunch of stuff that I need to do. And then it's like, okay, how can I get it done? And then just that stress level gets you to a certain point where all your gray hair.
And now you're doing nothing.
Yeah. Exactly.
Like that's what happens, man. Yeah. Like you get to a point where you're so stressed, all you're thinking about is the problem, and you're not accomplishing anything because you need to be in a good mood to come up with solutions.
Yeah.
And that's where people just end up in a depression and a rut because they're so focused mentally on the issues. And that's where I try to like meet people. Like my introduction, I don't want to talk anything about a mortgage. Yeah. Like when you send me someone, and my other realtors, people I just met on the street, the coffee shop, whatever. Yeah. I like, my wife's always like, people tell you their whole lives in 5 minutes. I'm like, because I ask questions and I'm really curious. Like all people tell me about their diets, the hospital they were in, their cat just died. I just met these people standing on the corner waiting for the crosswalk to come by. Right? Like that to me is just fun. I truly want to know who you are. Like what are you about?
Yeah, man. It's like I'm the same way. Like I'll meet new people and they'll just tell me everything. Like I'm just like, and I'll
just even vomit, word vomit.
Yeah, because it's like, you know, I'm not sitting there pressuring you to do anything. I just want to like, hey, how's your day going? Man, how'd you get here? You know, what's making you feeling good? You know, stuff like that. Just genuine questions. Like I really genuinely want to know, like, how are you doing? And some people just tell me like, man, I'm having a crappy day. I'm like, you know what? Yesterday was crappy for me too. Like really. Like I'm not going to sugarcoat nothing, none of that kind of stuff. I want to be real.
Yeah, it's what it is.
Because that's really how you're really going to connect, right? Like real people. Like you can tell when someone's putting this whole mask up and being this.
I'm so quick to walk away from those people now.
I cannot.
The older I get, the easier it is to throw those people out.
Easy. Like I can walk away and be like, you know what? I don't have to deal with this stuff.
100%.
Back then, I didn't know nothing. When I was young, I was like, I want to be around those type of people. I don't know what the difference is. Now it's like, I don't have the time of day. I mean, I got 3 kids. You know, I don't have to deal with that stuff. I got a family that, you know, I want to be around people that is genuine, that's real, that's not fake, all that stuff. I mean, being 41, man, like I've been through a lot. And so
I don't have time for extra. Nah. Like I find them a lot of people that roll around in their Audi R8s and their Lambos. There's a lot of people that, especially if they're in sales, put on a facade that they're way more successful than they actually are. Yeah. But they refuse to look in the mirror and talk about their fears and what they're scared about.
Oh man.
And I'm like, we can only connect if we talk about what we're scared of, right? Like some people, they're scared of death. Me, not concerned. It's going to happen when it's going to happen. That's cool.
For sure.
But I want to talk about, hey, I don't want to lose my house. Hey, I don't want anything to happen to my wife or my kid or my family. Like those are the things that scare me. Not anything that can happen to me personally. And not everybody can vibe on that level, and that's cool. But that's just who I am. And I like to be able to share that story to people, you know?
And trust me, I'm not knocking anybody that's driving a Lambo or a Porsche.
No, absolutely not,
I would love to be in that. But, you know, the crazy thing is, it's like, I mean, you know, driving those nice cars, showing all that stuff off is all nice and everything.
Do it for you, though.
But exactly.
Do it because you want it. Do it because you want to be in it.
Exactly.
Don't buy that $10 million house to show it off to your friend.
Exactly.
Buy it because you want to live in there. You want that pool and that tennis court all indoors. Like, that's cool.
I don't even know if I can even do that. You know, electricity bill, water bill, you know, all that stuff. I'm like, damn, property tax.
Taxes are 17 G's a month.
Ooh, man, I'm telling you, like, I'm cool where I'm at, right? I'm cool. You know, I want to be able to still live below my means. But also, you know, I like nice things.
That's good financial literacy.
Yeah, I like nice things, but I know my budget. You know, I don't have to floss out there. Nah, No, but I still, I do enjoy like nice things. I do enjoy sometimes I'm like, man, when can I get there? Right. And it'll happen.
It's all possible.
It is.
There is no shortage of money in this world. If you want it, you just have to go and get it.
Yeah.
And most of that comes down to telling your story, connecting with people, and finding solutions to problems. That's all a product is.
It is.
You have a problem, here's the solution.
That's
it.
Yeah, let's find it. Let's connect you to that.
100%.
How can we get there? That's the biggest thing, because everyone's trying to find solutions for problems. Mm-hmm. Everyone, and it's like every day I'm still thinking like, okay, what do I need to do to get to point A to point B? Mm-hmm. How can I get there? And then just being creative. I think one of the biggest things for me learning is like taking more risks, right? Like stop being like, all right, I don't know if I should do that, overanalyzing.
Overthinking, overanalyzing.
Yeah.
Being stuck and not being able to move at that point.
Right. Like the 10, 15 year back then, Omar would be like, should I meet up with Dominic? I don't know. Like,
let me find all the reasons why this doesn't make sense.
Yeah. Let me talk myself out of it to drive in like 45 minutes up to Everett, right? Like that was the old me. Now it's like,
now it makes sense. Let's go.
Let me find some time. Let's do it.
100%.
Why not? Like, why do you for me, I was like, why do I keep on overthinking things? Whereas just like, let me just make that decision.
Absolutely.
Right?
Hey, Omar, I had a good time with you being here, brother. That was a good one, man. People are going to connect with us on that.
Hey, I appreciate the invite. This is dope.
Absolutely,
man. This is the first time I've actually been on camera and doing this podcast type deal in this type of environment, which is dope. It's new. And people are going to start copying this stuff.
Absolutely, brother. We're going to do it again.
Yeah, I'd love to.
All right, brother.
I'd love to.
Good to see you.